right here is as far as you go. Burn it all down, burn it all down. I don't give a fuck. Burn it all down, burn it to the ground. Take the flames, go insane. Burn it all down, burn it all down.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Alright, what is up guys? Action Figure Addict 112 here, and we're going to be taking a look at the Lanard Toys Alien Collection 12-inch posable Queen Alien, as well as the Alien Attack APC. So, Lanard Toys had put out a post towards the end of last year saying that they had gotten the Aliens license. And I was pretty surprised, as well as a lot of collectors that I talked to, especially Strident and ODC, that's me. So, I was talking back and forth with Strident about this stuff, and I told him that whenever these hit the stores that I was going to pick up that Queen Alien, because I knew once I saw her, I was like, it's a done deal. I'm picking her up whenever I get a chance to see her in stores. And then the APC, I was kind of like, it's kind of small, I'm not too sure. But, after seeing them in the store and getting the Queen Alien first, I was like, you know what, let me go back and get the APC, because, that was one thing that I always wanted in toy form, was the APC, because I'm a huge Aliens fan. Like, I loved the first Alien movie, and Aliens is like one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time. So, the fact that I'm a huge fan of, the Alien franchise as well as the Predator franchise, in terms of the comics and the characters and stuff, and some of the movies, I had to get on this stuff. So, that's kind of where we're at, and why I'm doing a review of both of these. I know I saw a lot of people on YouTube, for the few reviewers that are doing these things, picked up the full set. And in terms of the APC, had a few negative things to say, but you know how it is. I let you guys know how it is. If it's shitty, I'll let you guys know. If it's awesome, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive into this double review. Okay, so before I talk about the APC and the Queen, I wanted to talk about the boxes real quick. Because in terms of the packaging, this is one of the reviews that gets an exception, where I get to talk about the box, because I've never seen a company put this much love into packaging like Lanard does. Because this looks really badass on the shelf. To walk into Walmart and see all this is just really cool, especially for people that grew up with the Kenner stuff in the 90s. Yeah, this is really, really cool, because it's very neon. It's this slime green with the caution, kind of black and white, or I'm sorry, black and yellow going across it, and it has the Xenomorph from the Dark Horse comics on each side of it, and it's really cool, all the combinations of art that they put on here for the packaging is really, really cool. It's very eye-popping, it's catchy, type of stuff, and I dig it, especially since this is supposed to be paying tribute to the 40th anniversary of the Aliens franchise. It's pretty badass, so good job to Lanard for that, because yeah, it's some really, really cool stuff for the Alien, these toys to get that much love in terms of the packaging. So yeah, props to them for that. Now, getting out of that, section of this, let's talk about the APC because, yeah, I'm gonna gush over this little thing so bad. Okay, so we are finally going to talk about the APC. So this little thing has gotten some, collectors riled up in terms of, well, not even this little thing, but the whole line itself has gotten collectors riled up because a lot of them are just kind of dissing, at least what I've seen, a lot of them were dissing the shit out of this in terms of, saying it's meh, or the figures look kind of cheap, or they're kind of reused stuff, and yada yada yada. And to that, I say, fuck them. If you like this stuff, then go for it. If you don't, then, just gotta move on, man. Just move on. So, the APC. Some things I like about this is, I like the fact that it's small. I know a lot of people are complaining that it's too small and that stuff, but it kind of is cool because it's kind of like a mini APC. So if you didn't want to put that many figures in it and you wanted to put like 3, if you are a big kid and you do play with your figures and stuff, you can easily, you can sit 1 in there and you can sit 2 in the back. And if you are wondering, yes, the top does close on this thing. I think I need to, let me see, kind of stare it down there. Hold on. There we go. And it closes and you can, it closes and you can, roll it around and stuff like that. The turrets move on the top, which is cool. They go 360, and then this one on the front moves, which is cool. I did take pictures on the inside of this, so you'll see those, because the lights that I have here, these are LED lamps, and they're a blessing and a curse, because for some things they'll be really bright, but because of this vehicle, when I try to record this and show the inside of it, the lights just kind of suck. So I did take pictures, so you guys will see what all that is in there. Yeah, you're able to fit 3 figures in here. If you have the Marauder stuff, you just pop that up. You're able to fit 3 of them in there because there's a seat right here, and then there's a little bit of gap room there because it is meant to fit these figures, which obviously you can see the legs are a little wider. But yeah, it's like a little console area there, and it's very similar to what you saw in the APC scene in Aliens, where the lieutenant's sitting at the console and there's all these buttons and all these monitors and stuff. It's kind of like that, and it's really cool. And there's a little sticker in there that shows some little Easter eggs and stuff like that, which is cool too. So I dig that. And I'm glad you're actually able to fit 3 in there. I know a lot of people don't tell you these things, but I'd rather point that out that way. If you guys, if you guys are, looking at getting this thing, to put your troops in and stuff, you can use it for that. The stickers are cool too. You have the USCM stickers on both sides. You have this little anti-xenomorph one here, little sliding door sticker, little ticks on the side, little access caution sticker there, the 2D there with the USCM. You had another sticker up here on the turret. It says Bug Crusher right here. If you're a fan of Aliens, you know that when the Colonial Marines go after the Xenomorphs, they call it a bug hunt. So it's cool. That, and then it says Sulaco inside. And then on the back here, it's got little ladders and stuff, but it's cool. I actually like that it's, a mini version of what we saw in the movie. It's cool. And there's like all this little sculpted detail and stuff that, if you're a customizer, you can easily paint this thing up to look like the actual one in the movie, and, stuff like that. It's cool. And it's small, just kind of a plus, because that means I can store this stuff easier, and not have to worry about, the big ass $300 Hiya Toys one, which is like, first of all, insanely expensive, and all it does is it just lights up as LED lights, and that's it. So, but yeah, if you wanted to see what it looks like in terms of the figures scale next to it, that is a G.I. Joe. This is it scale next to the Hiya Toys Bella. This is it next to a Lanard core female figure, and this is it next to a Joy Toy figure. This is Fox Hunter version A right here, which I need to review A and B, because these girls are so fucking cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the APC. So yeah, now that we got that out of the way, now we can take a look at the Mamma Jamma herself, the Queen Alien. Okay, so we are finally going to be taking a look at the Queen Alien, which personally I think is the gem out of this whole line so far. Not because she's the biggest figure in the whole line so far, but because she's the coolest for what you get for the price. So if you want to see how she scales with a figure, and also I'm using a new tripod, so that's kind of why I'm doing this. So let me move this back right here, and let me use Weaponsmith here, which is Strident's character. So that is how she scales with a 4-inch figure, and this is just her at an arch. Like, this is her arched over. This is her standing straight up. Sorry, her joints are still tight because I haven't really played with her as much as I really want to. So that is how tall she is when she's not arched over. So she's a pretty big girl. So let me move Weaponsmith out of the way real quick so we can look at her. So in terms of her articulation and stuff, her head rotates 360, and she can look down or move her head side to side, but she can look up. And you hear that clicking sound in her neck. There's a reason for why that clicks, is because if you move her head down here and you move this up, her little baby mouth, that's what I've always called them. I always called them baby mouths. So her little baby mouth moves, it's articulated, so that's cool. And then her mouth hinges. Her arms can rotate 360, and they can move up this far. So you have that, her arms rotate 360, and you're able to bend them forward this much. You're able to move them back that much. So you can get her arms pretty straight. Her little baby arms here can rotate 360, and they're also articulated. They're on a single joint, and they move up that much, and they move down that much. So you have that. And then in terms of her feet, she can move her foot up that much and move it back that much, and then her feet are on ball joints here. Not sure if you can see that, but her feet are on ball joints. And I got Harley knocked over back here. Let's move her out of the way real quick. And then her tail is also articulated. It rotates 360 here, and then right here it rotates 360. So that's pretty much her articulation. I know a lot of people are gonna probably say that she has limited articulation, and for that fact, it's true in some cases. But I mean, for the $20 that I paid for her, I think she's pretty durable, or I guess doable would be the right word, but also durable. I mean, all of the Lanard stuff is pretty durable in terms of, you know, plastic and stuff. So if you throw her down the stairs, there's a very high chance that she is going to survive that fall. Not saying you should throw her down the stairs, but you know, if you wanted to, you could do that. But yeah, she's pretty awesome for the $20. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you don't get a figure, a face hugger, or anything like that. You just get the Queen Alien in all of her glory. But in terms of the paint, which I'm going to move this a little bit closer here. Really like this new tripod. It's great. So in terms of her paint, she has paint on her mouth here, on the teeth, and then when you open her little baby mouth, also has paint on the teeth. So that's pretty much all the paint on here. Everything else is sculpted in this like metallic silver, or I'm sorry, this like metallic purple, which has like some shine to it, which is cool. But that's pretty much it for her. So yeah, let's get down to my final thoughts. Okay, so my final thoughts on the Lanard Alien Collection 12-inch posable Queen Alien and the Alien Attack APC is this. If you are considering picking up anything from this line, I'd recommend picking up the Queen Alien. She's pretty awesome for what you get for the $20. She's pretty articulated for $20. She scales great with your 1/18 scale figures, so if you wanted to use her with your High Toys, your Marauders figures, your Joy Toy stuff, your G.I. Joes, you can do that. For the APC, it depends really. If the size of the APC really bothers you, then I couldn't recommend it. But if you are a huge Aliens fan and you've always wanted an APC and you don't want to, you know, look for the G.I. Joe Rhino or the High Toys APC, you can go and find this at Walmart. It'll only run you like maybe $16, $15-16 after tax, and pick that up. You also get a Colonial Marine with it, and he comes with a gun, so that's also cool, and you're able to fit 3 figures in the APC, so it's pretty awesome. But honestly, I have high hopes for this Alien Collection wave. I do want to see some more stuff coming out of this wave. I would, if I could ask for something, I'd ask for a drop ship for our APC, or, you know, any of the characters from the arcade game, or the movies, like if we get an Ellen Ripley or a new, or any of the Colonial Marines that were in the Kenner line, that would be cool. But you know, if they aren't able to do that, but they're able to give us a drop ship, that'd be cool. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully this helps you decide whether or not you want to be picking up any of this stuff. And until the next review, Action Figure Addict 112 out.